Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Emily. This is my channel, Books for Life. So today I am here because I have a couple books on my shelves and I just don't know if they are worth my time. So I've had these books for at least 2 years and I haven't ever really had any interest in picking them up, and I don't know if I ever am going to pick them up or if I even should pick them up. So I want to know from you, are these books even worth my time? So let's jump right in and let me know in the comments down below if you think I need to keep any of these books and actually read them and give them a fair shot, or do I just move them on to their next home or into my classroom. So the first book that I want to ask you, is it worth my time, is Bone Gap by Laura Ruby. And this is about this community where people just like up and leave. So it's not uncommon for people to disappear. And this girl, I think her name is Rosa, goes missing. And this boy sees her get kidnapped. And the people in the town do like a very quick search, nothing that's thorough whatsoever, and they don't find anything and they just kind of like let it go. But he knows that she was kidnapped by a very dangerous man and now is trying to find her. I bought this book because of the bee and like the fact that this looks like a honeycomb on it. I don't know if you can really see that, but I was just really intrigued by this cover, and then I've never done anything with it. I have had this book probably close to 5 years because I remember buying it when I was in my master's program, and I graduated from my master's program in December of 2016, and this book came out in 2015. So I don't know, have you ever read it? Do you think it's worth my time? If it's not worth my time, can you let me know? Is this like appropriate for a high school classroom library, or should I just like sell it to a local thrift store or just donate it? The next book may be a surprise to you. It may not be a surprise. I don't know, but maybe because it is really YA, but this is Wonder Woman by Leigh Bardugo. I'm not really a comic book fan at all. Like, I'm not a Marvel and or DC girl. Like, I can't even tell you which one, like which characters go with which. Like, I now see that this is DC, so I could tell you that. But like, I couldn't have told you that. I enjoy the movies, don't get me wrong. Well, actually, I didn't enjoy the Wonder Woman movie, but I'm just not a comic girl. And I bought this simply because of the hype. Like, I enjoyed Catwoman, but I enjoyed Catwoman because my girl Sarah J. Maas wrote it, not necessarily because it was Catwoman. So I've had this on my shelf for a really long time. It's actually been in that corner for a really long time, and I'm just kind of tired of looking at it. Like, do I read this or do I just put this in my classroom library? What do I do? Please tell me, is it worth my time to read this book? The next 3 books are all books that I chose from Book of the Month. I think the newest one was June of 2018. So I've had these books for quite a while. And the first one is The Book of Esther by Megan McLean Ware. And this is about this girl named Esther who has grown up on a reality television show. Like, her entire life has always been filmed and she's been part of reality TV, so she's only ever known the spotlight. And then she finds out that she's pregnant, and she has to meet with her producers and her mother to like decide like how the TV show is going to spin this pregnancy. And this ends up like leading her down like a rabbit hole of questions and trying to figure out like what happened to her sister and like all sorts of stuff. But I don't know. I'm not really interested in the storyline. I bought this one because it had a teenage protagonist, and I was like, oh, you know, I can always go in my classroom library. I don't know if that's true though. Let me know, is this worth my time? As I said, this next book is also a Book of the Month pick. I chose this one back in March of 2017, and this is Marlena by Julie Bunton. And this is about this girl named Kat, and she moves to a new town in rural Michigan, and she meets this girl named Marlena. And Marlena introduces her to a lot of new things. Her first drink, her first pill, her first party, all of those adventures. And Then a year later, Marlena ends up dead, and now Kat has to move on. And so now it switches gears, I think, and it's like decades later, and someone from the past has re-emerged in Kat's life, and she has to deal with things that happened way back when she was friends with Marlena. I don't know. This isn't a plot that sounds interesting to me. I've been staring at it for a long time. I think the cover's kind of neat, but I've had it for years and I've never picked it up. Do you think it's worth my time? And the last book that I have today is American War by Omar El Akkad. And this is a futuristic story. I think it's like 2074 that this takes place in, and it's the Second Civil War, and I think it's like oil is outlawed. This girl and her family are living in Louisiana, and they are forced into a refugee camp. The main female character is at this camp, and she meets a man who kind of opens her eyes to all of the injustices that surround her, and he like turns her into a weapon for revenge. It says that this really dives into like the ruins that war causes, and it focuses not just on an individual, but how war can ruin a family and also a community. And it says that it's written beautifully. I know I started this way back when I first got it, but I don't even know if I moved beyond like the first 25 pages. I don't remember why I put it down, but I never continued. So let me know, do you think this is worth my time? Should I keep reading? So now that I have identified these 5 books that I really don't know if they're worth my time to read or not, I am going to tell myself that if they're not read by the end of the year, then I'm moving on with them. Like, I'm actually going to take them off this bookshelf so that I don't have to look at them anymore. And I'm going to put them someplace where I will either decide to mood read them and pick them up, or just get rid of them, because I don't know if I want to waste my time. It just kills me because, as you probably know, like every book lover's dilemma is that there are so many books out there that I really want to read. Why do I pick up books that I have no interest in? I don't know. Because they're on my shelf sometimes and I feel like I need to, or sometimes because there's hype and I feel like I need to pick them up. But these are 5 that I feel like I have stared at for too long. So in the comments down below, let me know if you read any of them, if you really think that they are worth my time and that I would get something out of them, or if you've read them and you think, don't throw them out, it'd be good for your classroom library. Let me know that in the comments down below too. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit subscribe, and I'll be back with a bookish video soon. As always, keep reading.